behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, "I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me." Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Siakam.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 3. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Now here's Embiid. 5 to shoot. Thibault can't get it to go. Simmons against Lowry. It's hauled in by Harris. Richardson outside. Back to Harris. The fader. And the shot is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Now Siakam. Guarded by Simmons. On the left block, Siakam misses. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's Thibault. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Around this time of year, lots of national broadcasted games, Doris. Does that impact the players, you think, in any way?
I certainly think the guys are aware of the nights they're on national television. Some guys relish, Kev, as you know, the opportunity to play on the big stage. So for the regular season, those nights where you know the entire country is watching, that's a big deal.
And the first one at the line is good. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Ibaka outside. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Low block shot on the way. Siakam. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Harris. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Simmons, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way, he's still able to complete the play.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Some solid defense from Harris.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Outside, Simmons. Shoots over Van Vliet. Tries again, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They need this, and it's Ibaka with the bucket inside.
Well, there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Richardson against Lowry. Richardson with it. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn. Pass to Thibault. Beyond the arc. That shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what, Greg? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Here is Harris after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And good that time.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Passes it to Simmons. And there's the pass to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Kicks to Harris. For the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Pass to Lowry. And here is Gasol. Richardson covered. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And our 3rd month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. You look at Portland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Raptors, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Now here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from Joel Embiid. Here's Anunoby. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. The 9-foot shot. It's Gasol missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Josh Richardson. Back to Van Vliet over Simmons. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Like, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here was a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Powell in for Fred VanVleet. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Dwars, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Lowry finds Ibaka. Back to Lowry. And the pass to Ibaka. Over Harris and Serge Ibaka. The bucket on the assist by Lowry. Ibaka's got 6.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
The 76ers leading by 9. Outside, Simmons. Powell with the steal. Lowry with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Now Simmons, his numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Shot from 12. Offensive rebound. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
The 76ers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. First one falls for him.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Stanley Johnson comes in for Serge Ibaka, and McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Here's McCall. And the 3 off target. The 76ers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greg's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. The 76ers leading by 8. And here's Richardson. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Horford. A rebound by Johnson. In Toronto, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's McCaw. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. For the finish, and the dunk by Horford.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Philadelphia shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Goes back up. The shot off that time, and it's Philadelphia the other way, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's McCaw, following the basket by Al Horford. Pass to Gasol. Now here's Powell. 7-foot shot. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
.153 left to play here in the first. Now here's Richardson. From past the arc. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Raptors getting the bucket. Pass to Powell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Philadelphia making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in.
What's up?
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Here's Korkmaz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Horford, no luck.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's McCaw. Powell for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Horford. The 76ers leading by 4. Robinson left side. Pass to Horford. Inside, O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
Well, this is an example of the court awareness we talk about with Al Horford. This guy's a very willing passer.
Powell with it. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. There's the dish to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Powell, no good. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Powell on the wing. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Yeah, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Mike Scott. Korkmaz is out there with Robinson. Then there's Horford. And it's O'Quinn in at the center position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. McCaw misses.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Robinson passes to Horford. The kick out to Scott. Fires for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And the 76ers lead by 10. Raptors shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Horford.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Outside, Scott. He kicks to Horford. 5 on the clock. The pass to O'Quinn. Takes a shot at the elbow. Horford no luck.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Some changes for Toronto. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Lowry in for Norman Powell. Here's Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And the first one at the line is good. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Harris drops them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Van Vliet. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Siakam. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Thibault. Now recovering. Thibault can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 5. Siakam outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Siakam pulls it in. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Harris with it. Lowry picks him up. Goes up. And slam dunk by Harris.
We know this about Kyle O'Quinn. If you're open, the big man will connect with you.
Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Siakam. Nails the baby hook. Siakam's got 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Thibault. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Now Van Vliet. Feeds to Lowry. Embiid with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons. Trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And for that game against the Hawks, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
Good on the second free throw.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Thibault. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Here's Siakam. The 10-footer finds the target. Siakam's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Simmons. Passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Down low. Here's O'Quinn. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. O'Quinn's got his second basket of the night.
You know, that right there is a great example. O'Quinn has got great hands, so he can step out or bang inside with the best of them.
Here's Anunoby. 9 points last game out. Fader on the way. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down to 6 in the bucket from Siakam.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Now here is Harris. 23 points for him the last game against Brooklyn.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Raptors trail by 6. And it's Lowry penetrating. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Van Vliet looking around. Hollis Jefferson finds Siakam. Over O'Quinn. Siakam misses.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Pass to Richardson. The feed now to Embiid. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Siakam. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star. And guys, he's not done growing yet.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league. Their defense has been dominant. Tremendous scheming by the coaches. The players are skilled. They're motivated. This is a very tough bunch to score on.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Simmons finds Harris. And here is Robinson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Siakam. He's getting around 20 points per, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there. And that's what makes this guy so hard to check.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
And Toronto making a change here. McCaw's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Al Horford's checked in for Harris. Now, here is Robinson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The 76ers need to get off a shot.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Siakam misses.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Embiid. Richardson attacking. Lets it fly. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Richardson. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid. Now here is Lowry. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Atlanta.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
1:46 left to play here in the half. Richardson outside. There's the pass to Here's the teardrop. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And let's review some numbers for Joel Embiid. 9th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Outside Lowry. Passes it to Ibaka. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCaw. Off target from outside. Philadelphia leading by 4. Out to the wing. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Lowry with the ball. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Fires from deep. That shot off. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The shot's good.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Now here is Lowry. To the middle. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Raptors have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Toronto. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. And the 76ers also making a change. Scott's checked in, and he sinks the second. The 76ers leading by 8. Now Richardson kicks it to Embiid. Pass to Richardson. Outside Robinson. Launches it. And that one released in time, but no good.
What a defensive effort from Hollis Jefferson, using his quick feet and length to bother shooters.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Tobias Harris taking it to new levels, Arnie. He's productive, efficient. He's a better rebounder now, too. His arrow's pointing straight up.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, into a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. So it's Toronto now, trailing here by 8. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
The drive by Simmons. And he overshot that one, missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 8-point game. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Shoots from 8. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Toronto.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Lowry against Simmons. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Siakam. The layup missed.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Philadelphia leading by 6. And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Free throw good, Siakam. Siakam hits them both.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
There's Van Vliet after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Van Vliet finds Ibaka. Now the pass to Anunoby. Outside Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Van Vliet. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Richardson dishes to Harris. Shoots over Van Vliet. Harris, no good. Raptors trail by 6. Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And Siakam throws it down.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Harris. From 20 feet out. That shot off, so the Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Harris trying to get free, and they pick up 2. Richardson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Simmons. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Pass to Siakam. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Richardson. He has 7. Embiid, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Out left to the wing. Here's Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Harris's shot is off.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Outside for Lowry. Count it, and the foul. That one on Harris.
But Kevin, with that kind of contact, the officials are going to blow their whistle. A really good job by Kyle to convert through contact. You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number 1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
Simmons. Here's O'Quinn, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. 5th on the list, Tobias Harris.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for O'Quinn.
You know, to me, very quietly, Kyle O'Quinn does a lot of different things very well. He can score it, he can board it, he can pass it, and he can defend at a high level. That's a lot to like.
And so O'Quinn nails both of them. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Korkmaz, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Siakam finds Ibaka. Back to Siakam. Powell for three. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Harris looking it over. Pass to Simmons. Harris against Lowry. Just 4 to shoot. Fade away. Here's O'Quinn. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Lowry. Bucket is good. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, Kevin, I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
And here is Simmons. The pass to Harris for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 5th assist in this one.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 8. Siakam up top. To the inside. Here's Ibaka, and he can't bank that one in. Korkmaz passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the Raptors call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Powell. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now here is Robinson. Stripped it away. Pass to Powell. Uncovered. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Drops in the tray. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
He dishes it to Gasol. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Raptors trail by 10 to the paint. Horford with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Second shot opportunity, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Johnson outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Embiid. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The 76ers leading by 12. The finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
How about the blinding speed of Hollis Jefferson? Leave him in the dust, Rondé.
76ers shooting about 42% so far. Robinson passes to Simmons. Another steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons. And the first one drops. Josh Richardson's checked in for Robinson. Both good from the line that time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yo, check Simmons.
Up top, Simmons. That one goes in. Simmons got 6 points.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
McCaw, the pass to Gasol. They get it back. And another shot. Johnson. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 10. Scott, the pass to Richardson. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, just phenomenal timing from Simmons. Leaving the ground once the pass was released and tearing that bucket apart.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Richardson. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. The free throw drops for Powell. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 1:19 left in the third. Good work defensively by Gasol. Johnson against Horford. Johnson surveying the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Powell dishes to Gasol. Trying to get open is Johnson. No good from Gasol.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
Scott kicks to Simmons. Shoots over VanVleet. The good-looking shot from the wing. Simmons got the lead up to 12 now for Philadelphia.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Outside Gasol. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The pass to Powell over Richardson. And that misses badly. Air ball. The 76ers leading by 12. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Thibault. 8 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And that one hits back iron. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. 76ers ahead, up by 12. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The 76ers shooting the ball at 42%. Taking a look at the 76ers. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Scott is out there with Horford, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Here's Scott, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Johnson, the pass to Powell. It's blocked. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Philadelphia leading by 12. Simmons looking it over. Gasol with the steal.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Well, how about the defensive activity of Marc Gasol and then the presence of mind to use the push-ahead pass?
Passes it to Scott. It's Richardson on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Richardson. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Kyle Lowry comes in for Norman Powell. And Richardson drops them both. Raptors trail by 12. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He's looking for Siakam and finds him. Over Scott, nails the baby hook. And that's now 18 points for Siakam.
Well, an aggressive Pascal Siakam is a dangerous Pascal Siakam. Nicely done.
The 76ers leading by 10. Richardson dishes to Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Siakam.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play. And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Here's Van Vliet. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Rebound by the 76ers.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Now here is Harris. And no good that time. Good D by Siakam. Here's Anunoby. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Knocked away. Here's Simmons. Here's Horford. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he jams it with authority.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Here's Thibault. Siakam outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Left side Gasol. 11 feet away. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's good from long range.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Van Vliet. And the shot falls short this time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 13. Here's Siakam. The 7-footer falls. Siakam's got 20 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here are the 76ers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Simmons passes to Harris. Over Siakam. Harris, no good.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The 76ers leading by 9. Timeout called the 76ers. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with the shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Marc Gasol. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you. You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Thibault. Second chance shot. Harris, no good. Raptors trail by 7. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. '76ers shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Thibault, the pass to Horford. Here's Thibault. And again, unable to change momentum here. Lowry finds Van Vliet. And here is Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
We have seen Pascal Siakam's confidence improve dramatically. This guy is becoming a problem as a scorer.
Siakam hits them both. Philadelphia leading by 3.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And that one misses.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, he may be kicking himself for that one miss, but establishing the 2-possession lead was key.
Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Simmons. Inside. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 21 points for Tobias Harris.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Van Vliet with it. Outside Lowry. There's the pass to Ibaka. The turnaround Jay, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Van Vliet. That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 10 points in just the second half.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Simmons. Ibaka outside. Anunoby in the corner. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. Looking to get it going. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Raptors trail by 8. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Philadelphia leading by 7. Richardson outside. He feeds it to Simmons. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th assist in this one. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka.
Boy, it's clear, guys, that Ibaka has worked on that pump fake, takes pride in fooling the defense.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, there's a length and an intensity that Serge Ibaka brings to the table. And as a solid teammate who contributes on both ends, this is a guy you want on your team.
Down low. Harris's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Robinson's checked in. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Philadelphia leading by 7. Pass to Horford. A floater, and he sinks the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 5th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tobias Harris.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Neto, the pass to Thibault. Dishes to Richardson. To the left side wing. Clock is at 3. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. The 76ers again can't hit it. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Van Vliet, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one. Burks, he's checked in for the 76ers. And so he hits both.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Thibault. Now the dish to Richardson. His three-pointers off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Zaire Smith, he's checked in for Burks. Siakam hits them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
And there's the pass to Harris. And stolen by Siakam. Lowry passes to Anunoby. Rebound by Smith.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Josh Richardson. Here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists here tonight. 1:11 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Thibault. Passes to Harris. Smith outside. Richardson against Lowry. 6 to shoot. Richardson outside. Over Lowry. Richardson no luck. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Siakam kicks to Love. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris passes to Horford. Good D by Siakam. A crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And Philadelphia making a change here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now Harris. From deep three-point range. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mark. Not the prettiest of games, but you got the job done. What was the difference down the stretch?
Getting stops. I thought we got good stops. We took away the pain. We did multiple efforts. So we did a good job rebounding the ball and, make a couple of shots at the end, too.
Offense and defense equals W's. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.